Y'all check out this Ford here. I say there's been some squirrels up in that thing. I told Caden he had to get his jack swapped out before we could go to the track since he bent the jack or whatever. And he's over here struggling mad. Look at him. Because he said he can't get that. I said, what would your dad do? He still ain't figured out what his dad would do. We're going to sit here and I told him, I said, if we miss race tonight, we just miss race tonight. But you're going to figure out what would your dad do in this situation? If he couldn't get to the nut on the backside or the bolt on the backside and the top side is just spinning, y'all comment below what y'all think his dad would do in that situation to get it out. How would I get that out? If you can't hold one side of it and the other side's just spinning, what would I do to get it out? Comment below. Cade's been here. Sorry about the noise. Scaling out his go-kart, we figured out Sunday that the body, you can actually see where it rubbed a hole through it right here. Oh, sorry. You can see the body where it rubbed a hole through it right here. This body was rubbing. If you look right here, when he turns, his body was rubbing in the curve. And that's what was causing the push. That's why I got better in the later round. Once that thing started getting rubbed through, then the cart started turning later on. He started getting faster and faster. And that's why it was pushing so early on. So we're going to remount the body. I wasn't terribly off on where my chassis needed to be set up. Waiting on the fuel pump electric motor to be here today for that. Waiting on valves for that. But we in here working on Josh Henderson's daughter's truck. He took the little 5-speed with the 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder was in and out. He put old small block in it. So I'm in here, I'm gonna start doing the wiring, clean my wiring up, get the wiring straightened out, then I can drop my distributor in, figure out top dead center, get it dropped in, put the cooler lines on. I'm gonna finish this thing up for him, get it running this week for him. So I even gotta say what this thing is, So I even gotta say it out here on these streets. All right now. Well, I got the shifter. I welded a plate in there. Pulled the shifter. I moved it forward so his daughter's got short legs, so this chair will slide enough forward. I like that seat in this truck. I ain't gonna lie. I'd like to have them little seats in my truck. I ain't always been a fan of bucket seats, but them things are pretty comfortable. Got the heater hoses hooked up, even though I think the heater core might be leaking on it. When I hooked the hose up, I seen a little water in the floor, so had to keep my eye on that. Got the temperature sensor here, so I got to wire it back in to the gauges. The oil pressure switch, I'm working on getting into that. I had the distributor down in there, but having difficulty trying to get the sensor to work, or get it down in the hole. So I got to get the sensor down in it, put it back top dead center, clean up the wire, and get all the rest of the wiring done on it. We'll have this thing ready to fire up probably tomorrow or the next day. Been slacking this week. Here it is Wednesday, and I still ain't even gone through and made a video yet. So I'm gonna make a video for y'all. We're here picking up my fuel pump motor wherever it's at. Let me look for it. Pulled the filter on my car. It's actually a little dirty. Wash this thing out and put it back together. A little bit better. Said it cleaned up pretty good. I figured out we tested everything, it works. I can bolt this up. I've had a zip tied back here for freaking ever. I'm gonna go ahead and drill me a bolt, mount it, see how it does. All right, well I gotta go through and I gotta mount the fuel pump in the back or whatever. I just got it stuck back there, plugged up, just to test it, rolled it outside out here, dumped some fuel in it. So let's try it. it. Let's call it a day. We're gonna get something to eat. Might take Nikki out the Longhorn. I'm gonna lock this door right here. Cut the lights out. We'll get something good to eat tonight. Yeah, DOD we doing up in this thing. Time and change on this thing. Check out this. Yeah, a hole right there. Something knocked in that cover. Gotta get that welded up. Gotta get the cover off of it. Do time and change. Get that thing fixed. But it's always tomorrow. Got air conditioning. Got Josh's little truck. Let's check it out over here. Look at it. We're getting. I got this thing to fire up and run. Cleaned up the wiring a little bit. Still got a little bit more to do. Got to get the radiator fitted. A few little odds and ends. I got to fix the starter on it. The starter on it's making a noise. So got a few little odds and ends. I got the oil pressure gauge working, temperature gauge working, all that tack working. It's ready to go. Gonna be a nice little street truck. So anyways, let's roll. Beautiful outside, a little warm. I'll tell you how you compare it. You know how I eat.
Gosh, you're gonna hit this car.
No, I'm not. I love plenty of stop and run.
Seriously?
So listen.
I mean, you're about to rear
so
this
you said
pilot right
Biscuitville.
here.
Here's what I'm telling you. You know, I'm not a big fan of like homemade biscuits. Of like homemade biscuits. Like I like a homemade biscuit. But there's certain biscuits that are homemade that ain't worth feeding to your dog.
Do you like the biscuits that's at KFC?
If I'm hungry enough.
You know how it's more biscuitier than a biscuit at.
Yeah. That's powdery.
It's more like that than it is like a Bojangles biscuit or Hardee's biscuit. They're all different.
No, they're not all different. Hardee's has a better bread because they put butter on it. So their bread has better butter, but Bojangles has a better ham. If you could take Hardee's butter bread and put Bojangles ham on it, you'd have you a killer biscuit. If they ever want to go in business together.
Well, I'll tell you what.
So,
hey, wait, hold on a minute. So Saturday, we go get breakfast.
Won't you listen? No, stop it. Listen, I ain't talking that reckless. If I'm gonna go tomorrow morning and try it out. And if I like it, good. If I don't like it, I'll never come back. But listen, so like Hardee's, like Bojangles, if you get your Cajun filet biscuit, a chicken biscuit, you go there, it's a good biscuit. You go to Hardee's and get you a chicken biscuit, that's a horrible biscuit. Man, that thing is so nasty. I ate one the other day, I was thinking, you know, I ain't never ate a Hardee's chicken biscuit. Let me try one. That freaking thing is not worth. If I was starving,
you'd eat it.
I wouldn't eat it.
Yes,
No, I wouldn't. I'm telling you, it'd be hard to digest that nasty thing. I mean, it'd be like eating ribs for breakfast. It just don't. It's just, some things are better left for later on in the day. And now that would be later on, like in February. But anyways, so you think I'll like it? I'm gonna go test it out in the morning.
I think you would. It looks good.
I'm gonna try it in the morning. If I don't like it, I'm gonna let y'all know if I'll ever eat there again. So y'all pray for me.
This boy is strong.
I'm good. Oh, wait. No, I can't do that. What you want some distance or something? You set yourself out a little bit? I don't know if I can do this. I'm gonna try. I really need to go.
You ain't beating me though.
I can't get no kickoff like I need to. I don't think I can do this.
Alright, I'll put it.
My foot's messed up. You ready?
Colt, look at that run.
Go! I won, bro.
Go back.
No, I won, bro. I told you.